Hello everybody, thanks for joining me today. I thought I'd come back this week with a little bit of a crafty catch up. It's probably 2 weeks ago I think since I did my last vlog, and that was all about winter fabrics, shopping in my stash, getting all the winter fabrics out to decide what I wanted to make, what I needed for this colder season. I haven't actually done any garment sewing since then. I just haven't felt really up to it, so yeah, I've got nothing to share with that sort of side of my sewing at the moment. But I thought I'd pop on today to tell you what I have been doing. And the first thing that I got finished was first thing I'd done, was my memory bears. Now, if you did join me on previous vlog, you'll know that I'd offered to make some memory bears for a friend and client of mine, and so I was making 2 bears. So what I'll do now is I'll go back to the little video I took when I was almost complete with them, and then I'll come back again. I'm getting on with my memory bears, so I thought I'd just share a little bit while I'm doing the finishing touches. So this is the one I'm doing, the Button's the best dressed bear. Right, so yeah, so I'm making him out of clothes that I was given to make it out of. So I'm filming this now, but I won't actually share it until I've asked whether it's okay to share the bears with you, because obviously it's quite a personal thing. But yeah, so here are my bears. Right, this one's not finished yet, so I haven't his arms haven't been stuffed. Well, that one's been partly stuffed, but no, he's not completely finished. You can see he's got his shirt on. I've changed the tie because in the pattern there's just a bow tie, but I've made miniature ties out of the tie. Sorry, it's a really dull day, so it's not the best of light to see him. Okay, so yeah, so he's almost finished. Now I've used the t-shirt for the head and the hands. I've used the sock for the nose, the ears, and the underneath of his paws, a shirt for the shirt, and a pair of suit trousers for the trousers. With this pattern, I bought this pattern because it's actually designed to fit the collar on a men's shirt. So you actually use the collar from the shirt. I did think it's very strange because there's no instructions in here about how you prepare the collar from a shirt. It's got pattern pieces to make a collar, but it doesn't actually tell you how to prepare one if you've got one on the shirt. I did email them because I thought perhaps I'd missed it, but apparently no, that's not included, which I thought was a bit strange when that was one of the selling features. But anyway, yeah, and what I did was I cut the collar off with about 1 inch extra fabric, and then I overlocked it and tucked that under and just hand stitched the collar on. So as I said, he's still under progress, and here's one that's finished. He's all stuffed now. He's got his little waistcoat on as well, and got some little cuffs on his shirt with little buttons, so it looks like cufflinks. See on that side there, it's got another little button. Oh, it's going to fall over now. So yeah, so he's all finished. So yeah, just the other one to finish off now, and then they'll be delivered this week. These have got a little added extra in their paw on their hand. It's got a little recording. It's a little digital recorder, the shape of a heart. They're designed to put in teddies to make keepsakes. So the clients bought them and recorded onto them. So that's in his paws. But yeah, so just finish the other one off, and then hopefully they'll go to their new home, and hopefully they'll like them. Right, now hopefully you've seen the little bears I was making. I really enjoyed making them. They were a bit fiddly, so I did take my time with them, but actually it was great because I wasn't feeling like doing a huge amount. They were great because I could just do a little bit at a time and got them done over a couple of weeks. So yes, they're now with their well, the 2 little boys that are having them haven't got them yet, but they are with the family, and they have agreed that I could share them on my social media. So as long as the video, as well as the video, I'll put some photos in of when they're both totally finished. But yes, so that's the sewing side of what I've been doing. But while I haven't felt up to, you know, sitting at the sewing machine for hours on end, I have still been working as well. But I've been enjoying doing some crochet. Now, I probably shared this. Sorry for my really creaky chair. I don't know why it's so creaky today. Now, I shared a little while ago that I'd been and bought some yarn from a little local store called That Crafty Stitch. She's about 20 minutes drive away from me. So I'd gone there in the summer, having bought a couple of her patterns off of her website, and I'll put all the details of that in the notes below. But yes, I'd bought 2 patterns in the summer, and then before we went away on holiday, I decided to go and get some yarn, because I find crochet is just a perfect thing to take away with you. Obviously, you've only got that one hook, and so it's not trying to keep all the stitches on the needle. You can just fold it all up, stick in a little bag. Great. So yes, that was my project to take away on holiday. So that was this. It's a black cotton. As you can see, it's quite a lacy design. I'll put a picture of the pattern cover in here. This is the Capri crochet shirt, it's called. I would say it's like a little lacy cardi, but yes, it's all sort of done. It's a 5-row repeat, so once you've got used to doing it and in the flow of it, it's quite an easy pattern to follow. Everything is basically squares or rectangles, and then you fix it together at the end, and then it's got a little crocheted collar. It's a bit difficult to try and bring it a little bit closer. So yes, it's got a band at the bottom. I added, the pattern hasn't got a little band at the bottom of the sleeves, but I decided to add one there as well. It's got this nice collar. And yeah, I really liked doing that. And you see better there because the colour underneath. I really enjoyed doing it, and I think I will get lots of wear from that next year. Over the top of a little sundress or bikini or little camisole top. So yeah, so that kept me busy while we were away. I did a few, odd hours of it while we were away on holiday, and then I finished that over the evenings while we've been sat. Now it's just cold and dreary, and hopefully the lighting's all right here today. I've had to put all the lights on, but it's rainy and cold outside, so evenings it was quite nice to just sit on the sofa in front of the fire and do a little bit of crochet. So yeah, so I got that one finished off, so I'm really happy with that one. And then the other pattern I had was for a little camisole. So this is the Mabel. It's called, again, by That Crafty Stitch. And this one was just using up some cotton look yarn that I had in my stash, because I do actually want to make a black one to go under this, because I thought that would make a nice little set. But again, a nice, once you got into doing the pattern, it's a 2-line repeat, so not too complicated. The lady from the Crafty Stitch, she's really good at sort of writing it in a way you can understand exactly sort of the amount of rows and everything you need to do. And she's got lots of YouTube videos with each individual stitch, and she provides you with a booklet on how to crochet or how to knit. So again, that was another lovely little make. It only took a few evenings. It's the same at the front as it is at the back. It's quite cropped. I do think if I make it, well, when I make it again, I will add just a couple more rows, and she does put that in the pattern that it is very cropped. So yes, it's done as a front and a back panel, and then you just put a little edging stitch around the armholes. It is quite low, so I'm thinking what I might do is put a little edging stitch just around the neck as well, because I've still got some of this yarn I could use up. I just thought that would be quite nice. Again, you know, obviously you can see through the holes there, so I thought that would be nice sort of with a pair of shorts in the summer over a bikini top, if you're out and about, or even at this time of year with a little camisole underneath, or just a long sleeve t-shirt and wear it more as a vest than actually a little camisole top. So yeah, so that's the Mabel, and this was the Capri crochet shirt. Probably see the stitching better. I'll bring it up a little bit closer. But yes, I really enjoyed being able to sit down in the evening and make those. And as I said, once you've done the pattern a few times, you got used to it. So you didn't have to, or I didn't have to look at the instructions all the time. I could just watch something on the telly and sort of do it as I was going. So yes, that's the other two things I've made. So yes, as I said, I haven't actually sort of done a huge amount of anything else. I have made some plans of what I'm going to do with those winter fabrics. So I think what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to share them as I do each outfit. I know I explained that they weren't exactly colour coordinated, but I could see some fabrics together. So I thought what I'll do is I'll make up what I think is an outfit for each one, and then share that with you as I go along. But yes, I haven't been buying anything. I haven't, you know, got any other plans to get any fabric or anything. I'm avoiding the Black Friday sales at the moment because I don't really need anything else. But I probably will be tempted. So probably when I come back next time, I will probably have something to show you. Of course, it's coming up to the end of November now. So we're coming up to Vlogmas season. I haven't done Vlogmas before. Having even trouble getting the word out. Because last year I'd only been doing my vlog for about 7 months. So I was a bit sort of unsure still with doing everything and finding out how to edit, and I mean, I don't do a lot of editing, I must say. You know, I keep it quite basic, but I am thinking I might give Vlogmas a go this year. They will be short. I will aim to try and do a little something each day. It probably will be just, you know, hello and what I'm up to that day. If I'm doing anything Christmas crafty, obviously I'll share that in as well. I have got an advent calendar, but you know, I won't necessarily be opening that on it every day. I might just give it a go and see how I get on. If I don't upload it every day, obviously I could clump a few days together. So that's my thought. I might give it a try. There are so many out there, so many wonderful vloggers that do Vlogmas. I know it's impossible for everyone to watch everybody. So I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself because, you know, there's plenty around for everyone to watch. So, but I'm going to give it a go. So yes, so that's it for today, really. I haven't said what I'm wearing. It's not very exciting. It's a very old, it's a hug hoodie. I'm not sure if I can stand up, but I've extended the length. So it's sort of a long one. I'm just wearing it with my brown ginger jeans. This is a very well-worn sweatshirt, but I've been working all day today, so I've been cutting hair all morning. So I didn't want anything that was the hairs were going to cling to. So and it is a little bit chilly, so I thought this would be ideal for today. So that's it. As I said, a quick catch up. I hope you've enjoyed listening to what I have been doing, even though it hasn't been sort of the usual garment sewing. And hopefully I will catch up with you soon and chat a little bit more. Thanks for joining me. Bye.